Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today it is an update for my Pan and Every palette series. So this is an eyeshadow palette roulette sort of project. I'm really enjoying it. I've been doing it for a while now and I have hit quite a few pans. It's such good fun and it's really helping me sort of try maybe palettes that I wouldn't typically reach for. And so the idea is I have 5 eyeshadow palettes at any given time, and I'm just working on those, and I keep them in until I hit pan in like one of the shades. I can choose what shade that I want to work on. I'm not being like really restrictive to force myself to use a shade that I'm not drawn to. So it's just about having fun, experimenting, and just sort of trying the different formulas, different colours, just seeing what I think. I'm also rolling in each month a different face palette, just as a way of rotating through my collection and trying them and seeing if I like them or not. Otherwise, I can sit at the back of the drawer, forgotten about, and I don't just sort of reach for them at all, which is such a waste. I can roll palettes out if I'm just not feeling them, or sometimes I declutter them if I just hate them. But yeah, I do try and give it a few months just to sort of reach my goals. And if after 2 or 3 months I've not done it, I'm just going to roll it out and then just try and work on something else. I am keeping track of all my pans. I think next time I'll try and give you my pan percentage. But I need to sort of sit down, work it all out, and then I'll keep it on top of it after that, and I'll be able to give you an update at the end of each video if that's something that you're interested in. So yeah, I do hope you enjoy this type of video. If you do, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, and do give me a thumbs up, and feel free to drop a comment down below if you've used any of these. So today my watch is talking. Oh my God, it made me jump. I'm so sorry. Yeah, today is really exciting. I've got 2 new pans, which is brilliant. And I'm going to be rolling a couple out as well. So let's see what we've got. Just to remind you, the ones I've been working on. So we've got the ABH Sultry palette. I've got the Steve Laurent Birthday edition palette. This is like a pinky one. There's a pinky one and a peachy one. I have got both, but this is the pink one. I've got the Style London Eaton Square. It's a little 9-pan palette. We've got this weird little duo from Next. There's more than one shade. I'm classing that as a palette, hence why that is in. We have got the Revoholic Glitter Edit from Revolution. Sorry, there's some aircraft noise going on. I'm not sure if there's like an exercise going on or something. There's been quite a few plays. I do apologise. And then the face part I've been working on has been the Revolution Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair C01. So where shall we begin? Shall we begin with the pans, I think? So yeah, I finally got a pan in the Sultry palette. I've been working on this for a little while. It took longer than what I thought. I don't know how some people can like pan this palette so fast. I thought I really wanted this palette so badly when I got it. You know, so I went and bought it myself and I really, really wanted it. And you know what? It's not my favourite palette by a long shot. However, here we are. And I've hit it in the shade Rose Quartz, which is obviously no surprise. This lovely shimmer shade. It is a nice shade and look at that. It is incredible. So there we go. Really nice, like high quality shimmer, very reflective. I've also been using Twig a little bit. As you can see, that's a really nice sort of like cool matte. I thought, is that a pan? No, it's a little bit of sparkle. Did you see that there? It literally, it won't pick up now. Oh, there. I think it's like a little bit of glitter. I thought it was a pan. Is it? No, it's not a pan. No, it's not. Definitely not a pan. Gosh, that just tricked me then. I saw something sparkling. So I've been using that a little bit. I've used this a couple of times here. Fresh. And have I used anything else? Cyborg is quite cool toned, but nice. So yeah, that's it. I've had a fair bit of use out of it. I'm happy just to pop it back in my collection for now. But yeah, surprisingly not a real firm favourite of mine. I thought it would be, but it isn't. The next pan I've got, I only got this morning, and it was a complete shock because I was actually working on a different shade. And I think this was new when I started working on it in here. So all the use on here has come from whilst I've had it in the project. And I have loved this palette so much. Look at that. So look at this. So it gave me 2 cheeky pans this morning, but I was actually working on this and I can't believe I haven't hit pan yet. But as you can see, I don't like dig into one small space in the palette. I do try and use like a normal use with my brush. Yeah, and I'm not hacking at it in order to get a pan. So I think that's I'd rather do it that way, and then when I get a pan it's because I've used it fairly and not because I've been like focusing on a tiny little spot. You can see it's been a bit well loved, so much nicer than what I thought it was going to be. This shade was really pretty, this was nice. I use this virtually every single day in my like as a transition / creasy color, more of a transition. All really nice. I even tried some of the pinks and they were lovely. Complete shock. This, although it's a matte, I think it's more like a satin finish. Really, really pretty. So it looks, you can see there's a very subtle sheen and it comes off really pink when you use it. I thought it's going to be more peachy, but if you look there, you can see it's just got a very slight sheen. And it was a really pretty colour. It surprised me. It's not something I would have normally reached for, and I certainly would never have picked this palette up to use. I loved it so much that when I went to Scotland, this is the palette I took with me, just this, and I used this for the whole week and loved it, which is probably why I've got such great use on it. But yeah, I just use this every day. I use that on the crease, this on the lid, and really, really pretty. I'll show you the shimmer shade here. It's a really subtle shimmer. It's not blinging, and on the eye it just goes so smooth. It's not really glittery, not over the top. There was no fallout with it, and it was such a nice one to use. So you can see there, it's just a really pretty colour. I did feel it needed, I sort of cooled it down a little bit. I'll show you. I sort of topped it sometimes with a couple of other shadows. I just sort of felt like that just to sort of change it up. But literally every single day for the last few weeks, I've been using this palette, determined to get a pan, but not on the one I expected. So yeah, a lovely, lovely little palette. Give it a go if you've got it. I think it came in a GLOSSYBOX. So those are my 2 pans. I've also been using this quite a bit now. This will be my main palette of focus. I think it's the Style London Eaton Square, another little 9-pan palette. So I've been working on this shade quite a bit. I've been starting to use this last few days as an inner corner highlight, which isn't like normally a step I do that much, but I have started doing it, which was nice. Also, these were quite nice in the crease. And I was using this more of a topper on top of that other shimmer in the last palette, the pinky palette, if I just wanted to sort of bronze up the eye look a little bit. Really nice shimmer, actually, nice shade, and it worked well. So you see it's a bit more coppery, but if I put that on top of that, it was really pretty if I mix them together. Or I'd put this just a little bit more on the outer lid and this more on like the inner half. But look at the shades, it all worked so well together. I've been really lucky with my palettes this time, but I'm certainly ready for a change. I'm wanting something a bit more fun, a bit more colour, just to push me out my comfort zone. But yeah, I'll keep working on those. At least as well here we've got like a nice matte as well. That's this middle shade here, which is that one there. So it's, you know, quite cool really, but a nice little palette. So yeah, keep on working that. That's going to stay in. This will also stay in. It's that little Next Duo, a bit of a strange palette, and it's not something I'd normally keep. However, this like bronzy shade is really nice. And again, this is another one I've been using on as a lid cover on top of that other shade. And the formula is actually not bad. I'm going to sneeze. Oh, excuse me guys. So yeah, the formula is not bad and the colour's really pretty, and that's it there. So it's nice and bronze. I've just done that, such a terrible swatch, but it's like a bronze shade. What am I doing? Yeah, so loads and loads. I need to clean my hand. I did bring I've got a little cotton round here with some micellar on, all organised for this video. Check me out. Okay, so that's that. Let me just get another cotton round. I've got quite pigmented those. So yeah, that's Oh, it's not all everything, is it? What am I talking about? That's 4 shadows. Now, I am rolling out one of my palettes. No surprise, it's that Revolution palette. I haven't really reached for it at all this month. It's been in a long, long time. And I've just had enough, and there's other things I'd rather use. I'll keep it in my collection for now. I was trying to get it in there, but to be honest, I've stopped using this on my lower lash line. I have tried a couple of these as little toppers, and they were quite pretty actually. So I'll keep it in, and then I'll maybe, once I've gone through everything, you know, it can come back out another time if it sort of comes up in my roulette wheel. But that's going to be going out. The face palette I've been working on, time to sort of again pick a new palette, but I have really enjoyed this. That was the Ultra Sculpt and Contour Kit in Ultra Fair. Really nice. The bronzer is such a nice colour. It's great if you're fair skin, and obviously it's a fair palette, isn't it? So that was the bronzer. It just not bad at all. And then the blusher is really nice, but it's got quite a heavy gold shift, similar to NARS Orgasm, but yeah, really quite gold. So just use it. Oh, it looks really dark there, but it actually does give like that much gold, so it's a little bit too much, bit of a light hand, or maybe it has like a slight topper on top of your own blusher. But having said that, I've used it loads, and I think you can sort of see there I have given it a really good use. The highlighter, from what I remember, I haven't really used it. Don't think it was really very much at all, but quite, you know, well, it's not bad actually, but I didn't really use it. The colours don't really seem to go. That doesn't really seem to go with that, does it? But maybe it's just as an alternative. But yeah, it was fine. I'll keep it in my collection. And yeah, so we need, oh my gosh, we need to pick 3 new eyeshadow palettes. So is it 3? Yeah. So we need 3 for these. So the 2 that I've got panning, and then this one which I am rolling out. So let's pick 3 new eyeshadow palettes. Let me put those over there. I've got my wheel all, what have I just dropped there? I've got my wheel all ready, and I've got all my palettes here as well. Currently I have got 75 eyeshadow palettes in my collection. So that's what we're working with. And I've been pretty good when I get ones in from my beauty boxes as well. I've been trying to update my wheel, so it should be current. I also have how many pans, shade pans that are in each palette written on this. And then if I've hit pan in any, the number of pans I've got in that palette I've also got down here. So if a palette has a pan in that I roll in, I won't be selecting it, I'll be rolling again, because I only want to be bringing in palettes. I can't speak. Too many pans and palettes. I only want to be bringing in palettes which I have not hit pan in, you know. And then once I've hit pan and everything, we can go again and start getting 2 pans in every palette. You know the deal. So okay, let's give it a little good couple of little taps, because I've been getting lots of similar ones. What have we got? Oh, Hikari Tonya. So it's a little quad. Let's get that. Hikari Tonya. I think that's fairly new. Let me see. Stay. Oh, is that it? Okay, I'll just put it there, and then we'll have a look at them in a minute. So that's the first one. Okay, nice to get something different. Right, I really want something bright and colourful with a bit of look. So the second palette is Revolution Tammy Tropical Paradise. That's good, because I've had this in for so long. It'll be a good reminder to see if I still want to keep it in my collection or not. I bought this right at the start of my channel. Gosh, I used to watch her all the time. She's still doing YouTube videos. I haven't watched it in ages. Okay, so that's a 23 pan palette. Right then, and then last one. is, oh, I've had that already. Jolie Beauty Radiance is an 18 pan palette, and I've already hit pan in that. Okay, so let's re-roll. Okay, the suspense is killing me. Oh, Hikari Tonya, it does this sometimes. Why does it do that? I've just rolled that. How weird. Let's keep going. Okay. I don't know how I can pull out the same one in 3 rolls when I've got 70 odd palettes. And then we've got, oh God, more Revolution. Okay, Revolution Forever Limitless Allure. It's a 27 pan palette. Where is it? I've just had that recently, I think, haven't we? It's a pretty new palette in my collection. Ah, is this it? Oh yeah, I've literally just got it. It was in the was it in the Easter egg? The glossy egg, maybe, I think. Okay, right then. We've got our new palettes, and let's just we'll have a look at the colours, and then that maybe help me pick a face palette. Okay, just okie dokie. So the first one that I pulled out was the Hikari Tonya Quad. Oh, I can't remember where I got this from. I've had it for quite a while. Again, it's just those typical shades, but it looks like quite a nice all-round palette. We've got this one I could maybe use to set my lids with. We've got a nice shimmer shade, quite a nice deeper outer corner and more coppery colour. Kind of obviously drawn to this one here, which is like that. Okay, so nothing different to what I normally kind of reach for. So that's at least I've got something I can go to. But that's going to compete a little bit with that Eaton Square style London palette. The next one I brought in, I'm excited for this actually. It's so long since I've even opened this. And it is the Tammy with Revolution. What did I say? It was called Tropical Paradise palette. And this is it. It is a good sort of mix. Some really nice shades in here. I remember I used to really like the shade. It has got a shade sheet here. I used to really enjoy the shade Queen Lou. I think she named that shade after her mum, if I remember rightly. So I used to quite like that. But we've got some really nice ones, and she did this so that we'd have transition shades for all different skin tones. But there's some good pops of colour in there. So yeah, I'm going to have fun with that. I've got no idea what I'll pan. I think the green in this was gorgeous. I think that was a really nice shade from memory. Yeah, look at that. It's like it got a bit of a gold shift. I do like a green. That's a really pretty colour. Some pinks, purples, all sorts. A really great mix. So we'll give that a go. Oh, look at that gold. Wow. Look at that. I don't even use this, but maybe I'm going to just start being a little bit braver, having a bit of fun as well. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. And then obviously we've just the final one, and this, I think this is like one of my newest palettes in my collection. So that's something fun to play with. And it is, yeah, the Forever Limitless Allure palettes. Again, another Revolution though. That's fine. Brand new. I've still got the plastic on the plastic sheeting on the mirror. But look at all those shades there. Just like, wow. So again, a few nice pops of colour, a few shimmers, glittery sort of ones, and some nice mattes, like some, looks like some satiny type finishes as well. So I've got lots to go at there. That's quite a nice all-round palette actually. Let me just sort of show you that way with the shade names. So yeah, I'll have fun playing with that. Brand new. I don't think I've even swatched it. So yeah, there we are. Right, let's get an eyeshadow, a face palette, sorry. So I'm going to put this one back, and let me just pull out my palette drawer. Here we go. So here are my face palettes. So I've got, let me try and think if I want sort of like a highlighty palette, or if I want like a good all-rounder. If there's something I haven't tried yet that I maybe want to think about getting out. I've got quite a few blushes to use at the moment there, so maybe something with a bit of combination. Oh, actually, this might be quite nice to have a little go with. I'm thinking, and it is the... Oh, that's really interesting. I've just seen this Manna Kadar. I thought it was the... That's so similar. So similar, aren't they, to the next? Look at... Gosh. Even everything. How similar are those? Anyway, I make sure I put the right one back. I think, guys, I'm going to have a go with... Let me put this back. So I can put my back to you. So rude. Let's have a go with this Profusion palette, the highlight and contour palette. So I've got, yeah, it's quite a nice all-round face palette. I've got quite a few blushes, so I don't need any blushes right now. So I've got different highlighters and some like face powders and like bronzers and contour shades. So yeah, I think that'll be quite a nice mix to use. Get me a little bit of use out of it anyway. So a little reminder of everything I'm going to be working on. We have got, oh my gosh, so we've got the Forever Limitless Revolution one, the Tammy Tropical Paradise Revolution, the Hikari Tonya palette, the Eaton Square from Style London, that little next duo, and then the Profusion highlight and contour palette. That's everything. Let me do my little screenshot. And yeah, let me know if you've used any of these, if you like them, if you hate them. I think I'm going to be working on these for a while. I really need to sort of focus hard and get some pans because I can't see having any pans next update at all. But I'm going to come back in a month anyway and still update and let you know how I'm getting on. But fingers crossed I even get one pan. I mean, just one pan would be fine. Brilliant. Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you all in my next video. Mwah! Bye for now. Bye.